Learners, this is Habiba with UGC NET Paper 2 Education, Unit 3 Learner and Learning Process with the subtopic Growth and Development. In that, we are going to discuss stages of cognitive development. In the earlier class, we understood about cognitive process and what is cognitive. Cognitive means thinking process, how the stages occurs here. Let's understand. Thinkers, children are great thinkers. Piaget calls children as little scientists. They have the capability of thinking in different way. Children's cognitive development, let's understand here. Before that, let's understand cognitive process, core concept of cognitive development. First concept is schema. Schema describes both the mental and physical actions involved in understanding and knowing. Schemas are categories of knowledge that help us to interpret and understand the world. That means in our brain, some blocks are there. According to Piaget, what he says, some blocks are there. Each block has some experience or knowledge. In Piaget's view, a schema includes both a category of knowledge and the process of obtaining that knowledge. As experiences happen, this new information is used to modify, add to, or change previously existing schemas. Now, the second one is assimilation. Using an existing schema to deal with a new object or new situation. That means assimilation means already we have some knowledge, we are adding some more knowledge to that knowledge is assimilation. Then comes accommodation. It involves altering existing schemas or ideas as a result of new information or new experiences. New schemas may also develop during this process. That means in assimilation we are adding new knowledge, but here in accommodation we are modifying that knowledge. Whatever new knowledge or new information we are getting, we are modifying to that, that is accommodation. Next, equilibration, changing basic assumptions following adjustments in assimilated knowledge. That means child calls her four-legged pet a doggy, for example. The child called the new animal a doggy and the mummy told her it is a cow. That is adding information. This is a doggy and this is a cow. Child calls this four-legged animal a cow now. That is equilibration occurs here. Then let's understand the difference between equilibrium and equilibration. Mechanism proposed to explain how children shift from one stage of thought to the next. What is disequilibrium? Shift occurs as children experience cognitive conflict. That means now we have seen the example. The child sees a doggy, thinks that all the four-legged animals are doggies. That is disequilibrium. Then equilibration, they resolve conflict through assimilation and accommodation to reach a new balance of equilibrium of thought. That means when the child sees a cow, feels that doggy and cow both the animals are doggies only. But when that conflict is resolved and differentiation comes that this is a doggy and this is a cow, then comes the equilibration. The stages of Piaget he has given the cognitive process in some concepts, that is first assimilation, that is adding new knowledge to the existing knowledge. Then equilibration. Then comes a new situation, then again comes disequilibrium, then accommodation, that is modifying whatever knowledge is there, modifying that knowledge, that is accommodation. Now let's understand this in a few examples again. Schema. What is schema? Boy has learned schema of cat. Then comes boy saw a cub and called it a cat. Sister said no, it is a cub. That is assimilation, adding new knowledge to that. Then accommodation, he accommodates new schema of cub again. One schema is there of a cat and then adding another, that is cub, that modifying it again, that is called accommodates new schema of cub. Then schemes are mental patterns, operations and systems. The process of forming and using schemes in a in an effort to understand how the world works is organization. Let's understand once again with one example here. For example, a child's schema about dog is it has 2 ears, it's furry, and it has one tail. Then he sees the cat. He feels that this is also a doggy because it has fur, it has a tail, and also it has 2 ears. But he says it's a doggy. Moment of disequilibrium occurs here. Schema does not work. That's not a doggy, that's a kitty. Kitty says meow, dog says bow wow. So the differentiation, that means adaptation or accommodation occurs. Then new scheme occurs here, that is doggy has 2 ears, one tail, and it's furry, but it says bow wow. Then what is the new accommodation here? That is a kitty. It has 2 ears, a tail, furry, but it says meow. That is accommodation occurs here. Now this is all about the cognitive process concepts. Now let's understand the stages of development given by Piaget. Piaget's theory of cognitive development is a comprehensive theory about the nature and development of human intelligence. It was originated by the Swiss developmental psychologist Jean Piaget 1896 to 1980. The theory deals with the nature of knowledge itself and how humans gradually come to acquire, construct, and use it. Piaget's theory is mainly known as a developmental stage theory. Piaget believed that children are not like little adults who may know less. Children just think and speak differently. That means children has ability of thinking like adults only. The amount is same, but the differentiation in their speaking and thinking, differentiation will be there in their speaking and thinking. By thinking that children have great cognitive abilities, Piaget came up with 4 different cognitive development stages which he put out into testing. Within those 4 stages, he managed to group them with different ages. Each stage he realized how children manage to develop their cognitive skills, that means thinking skills. For example, he believed that children experience the world through actions, representing things with words, thinking logically, and using reasoning. Now let's understand the 4 stages, intellectual or cognitive development stages given by Piaget. Number 1 is sensory motor, that is from birth through ages 18 months to 24 months. Second is pre-operational, that is toddlerhood, that is 18 months to 24 months through early childhood till age, that means maybe age 7. Third is concrete operational, that is ages from 7 to 11 years. Then formal operational is the 4th one, that is adolescence through adulthood, that is SPCF. These are the 4 stages we can remember as SPCF. Now let's understand each stage in detail. Sensory motor stage, that is from 0 to 2 years. That is the first of these, the sensory motor stage, extends from birth to the acquisition of language. In this stage, infants progressively construct knowledge and understanding of the world by coordinating experiences such as vision and hearing, from physical interaction with objects such as grasping, sucking, and stepping. Infants gain knowledge of the world from the physical actions they perform within it. They progress from reflexive, instinctual action at birth to the beginning of symbolic thought towards the end of the stage. Then the second stage, that is pre-operational stage, from the year 2 to 7 years. By observing sequences of play, Piaget was able to demonstrate that towards the end of the second year, a qualitatively new kind of psychological function occurs known as the pre-operational stage, the second of Piaget's 4 developmental stages. It starts when the child begins to learn speak at the age 2 and lasts up till the age of 7. During the pre-operational stage of cognitive development, Piaget noted that children do not yet understand concrete logic and cannot mentally manipulate information. Children's increase in playing and pretending takes place in this stage. This is also called a play age actually. However, the child still has trouble seeing things from different points of view. The children's play is mainly categorized by symbolic play and manipulating symbols. For example, 2 to 7 years age, if we give a toy, that is a dog, they feel that it is alive, they start talking to it, they will behave that they are caring like our mother, how she cares for us, they start caring for that pet, also a toy, that is toy age. The children's play is mainly categorized by symbolic play and manipulating symbols. Such play is demonstrated by the idea of checkers being snacks, pieces of paper being plates, and a box being a table. Their observations of symbols exemplifies the idea of play with the absence of the actual objects involved. Then the pre-operational stage is sparse and logically inadequate in regard to mental operations. The child is able to form stable concepts as well as magic beliefs. Magical thinking they will develop here. The child, however, is still not able to perform operations which are tasks that the child can do mentally rather than physically. Thinking in this stage is still egocentric, meaning the child has difficulty in seeing the viewpoint of others. They will not develop this thinking ability. They will see the objects and things and they will feel that they are also live. The pre-operational stage is split into two stages, that is, number one, the symbolic function substage, when children are able to understand, represent, remember and picture objects in their mind without having the object in front of them. Then the next one, the intuitive thought substage, when children tend to propose the questions of why and how come. This stage is when children want to understand everything. You might have seen the children of age 2 to 7 years, they ask so many questions. They are inquisitive, curious to know about new things here. Then the third stage, concrete operational stage, that is from 7 to 11 years. The concrete operational stage is the third stage of Piaget's theory of cognitive development. This stage, which follows the pre-operational stage, occurs between the ages 7 and 11, middle childhood and pre-adolescence years, and is characterized by the appropriate use of logic. During this stage, a child's thought process becomes more mature and adult-like. They start solving problems in a more logical fashion here. Then abstract hypothetical thinking is not yet developed in the child. And what is hypothetical? That is assuming things, that this can be the solution of this. Abstract means which we cannot see, the feelings, the anger, the happiness. Some feelings are such that abstract thinking will not come for them. Thinking empathetically, that will not still developed in this stage here. Then in this to concrete objects, at this stage the children undergo a transition where the child learns rules such as conservation. Piaget determined that children are able to incorporate inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning involves drawing inferences from the observations in order to make a generalization. That means, for example, first the child is taught with examples and then they will go to the main concept, that is inductive reasoning. In contrast, children struggle with deductive reasoning, which involves using a generalized principle in order to try to predict the outcome of an event. Contrast to the inductive, first general things will be told and then they will go to the examples. That is difficult in this stage. Children in this stage commonly experience difficulties with figuring out logic in their heads. For example, a child will understand that A is more than B and B is more than C. However, when asked, is A more than C, the child might not be able to logically figure the question out mentally. Then classification. A children's experiences and vocabularies grow. They build schemata and are able to organize objects in many different ways. They also understand classification, hierarchies, and can arrange objects into a variety of classes and subclasses. That is, first identify. That means they can identify the qualities of that object. For instance, mass of object does not change by rearranging it. A piece of chalk is still chalk even when the piece is broken into two. That is identifying. Then reversibility. The child learns that some things that have been changed can be returned to their original state. For example, water can be frozen and then thawed to become liquid. Again, but eggs cannot be unscrambled once they are scrambled. Then comes the conservation. Changing one quality, example height or water level, can be compensated for by changes in another quality. That, for example, conservation means if in a tall glass and a wide glass, what a half glass is filled, they will conserve how half glass water will be same in the tall or width of glass, if width of glass is different. Then decentration, dimensions of any object such as the height or width of the glass. Then seriation, that is quantitative dimensions such as length or height. They would be able to put the things in seriation. So next one is formal operational stage, roughly ages from age 12 to adulthood. The final stage is known as the formal operational stage, that is adolescence and into adulthood, roughly ages 12 to adulthood. Intelligence is demonstrated through the logical use of symbols related to abstract concepts. Now abstract concepts, feelings will develop here. This form of thought includes assumptions that have no necessary relating to reality. At this point, the person is capable of hypothetical and deductive reasoning. Both will come in this stage. During this time, people develop the ability to think about abstract concepts which we cannot see, also we can develop here. Number one is hypothetic deductive reasoning. What if situations that are not always rooted in reality. Counterfactual thinking. It is often required in science and mathematics. Why it happens, how it happens, these all questions will be there in this stage. Then comes the abstract thought, that is children tend to think very concretely and specifically in earlier stages and being to consider possible outcomes and consequences of actions in this stage here. Then metacognition. What is metacognition? Meta means beyond the thinking. The capacity for thinking about thinking that allows adolescents and adults to reason about their thought processes and monitor them. Then comes the problem solving. That is, children use trial and error to solve problems. The ability to systematically solve a problem, a logic and methodical way emerges here. That means they will start trying again and again to solve any problem here. What are the implications of Piaget's theory to curriculum development? Let's understand here. Piaget asserted that it is not possible to jump one stage to another, but it is possible to reach adulthood without ever reaching the fourth stage, the formal operational stage. The implication of this is concerned with the possibility of accelerating the pupils through the 4 stages of mental development. That means these 4 stages will occur in sequence. We cannot jump from one stage to the other one. Here what happens, the stages of formal operation can come for few children and it cannot come for few other. They can reach to the adulthood. Then comes the applications of theory in the classroom. Jean Piaget's theories are embedded into the school system in the sense that the curriculum is based on his stage theory. The curriculum is designed to teach students at the first stage and progressively teach new learning to change the schemas in order to move students through each stage. The teacher starts at the basic, introducing a new subject, and once the knowledge of that subject is mastered, they would create a schema here. Let's conclude this topic. To Piaget, cognitive development was a progressive reorganization of mental processes resulting from biological maturation and environmental experience. He believed that children construct an understanding of the world around them, experience discrepancies between what they already know and what they discover in their environment, then adjust their ideas accordingly. Moreover, Piaget claimed that cognitive development is at the center of the human organism and language is contingent on knowledge and understanding acquired through cognitive development. Piaget's earlier work received the great attention. Child-centered classrooms and open education are direct applications of Piaget's views. So, cognitive development is a process whereby a child's understanding of the world changes as a function of age and experience. Children will provide different explanations of reality at different stages of cognitive development. Learning materials and activities should involve the appropriate level of motor or mental operations for a child of given age. Avoid asking students to perform tasks that are beyond their current cognitive capabilities. For examples, we should give the task only according to the level of the child. Use teaching methods that actively involve students and present challenges. Important classroom principles from cognitive psychology include meaningful learning, organization, and elaboration. So let's revise the Piaget's key concepts. First, we understood about schema, that is, we have different blocks of knowledge we gain. Assimilation, that means adding new knowledge to the existing information. Then accommodation, that is altering the existing ideas, that means modification of the information, that is new experience. Then equilibration, a mechanism that assists children in achieving a balance between assimilation and accommodation. So we understood, let's revise once again the 4 stages in a quick recap. That is, the first, sensory motor stage, the child begins to interact with the environment. Second one is a pre-operational stage, the child begins to represent the world symbolically. First one is 0 to 2 years, the second stage is 2 to 7 years. Then concrete operational stage, that is 2 to 11 or sometimes 12 years, the child learns rules such as conservation. Then comes the formal operational stage. The adolescents can transcend the concrete situation and think about the future. That is from 12 years to adulthood. So Piaget stages of development, that is 0 to 2 years. For example, we can understand here, first the child touches and feels to understand that this is water. In the pre-operational stage, the names will be registered in their mind, they get the knowledge that is this is water. And then in the concrete operational stage, the objects, if a tall glass and the wide glass, half water is filled, then they will understand, they will conserve the things here. And the former operational stage, that half glass, this is half empty, half full, they will come to the conclusion. Abstract logical thinking, problem solving will come in this stage. So we conclude with some questions here. Who among the following describe the intellectual development as age related development? A. Jerome Bruner, B. Jean Piaget, C. David Ausubel, D. Hilda Taba. Answer is option B, that is Jean Piaget. Next question, in which stage abstract thinking develops? A. Sensory motor, B. Pre-operational, C. Concrete operational, D. Formal operation. Answer is option D, that is formal operation. Next question. According to Piaget, schema is A. Option A, mental action, option B, physical action, option C, both A and B, option D, none of the above. The answer is option C, both mental actions and physical actions. We come to the end of this session here. Thanks for your attention and time. As motivation, please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. Happy learning.